Welcome back to Chasing Paradigms. I'm about to fill you in as much as possible about everything we know about Jetty Island. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn.
Sailing across the ocean, love sailing across the sea. Think of handsome Molly, wherever she may be. Sailing across the ocean, love sailing across the sea.
Jetty Island is a man-made island just located west of the Everett Marina in Washington State. When I was a young child, my family would visit, and today my husband and I take our children to visit. When Port Gardner Bay was first noticed as an excellent location for a harbor in Everett, Washington, about 28 miles north of Seattle, something needed to be done to protect that area from the winds and the currents of Possession Sound. Before construction, there was just a spit of silt from the Snohomish River, but that gave Henry Hewitt, a wealthy lumberman from Tacoma, ideas to help protect this potential harbor and also give a new path for the Northern Pacific Railroad. So Hewitt, along with Charles Colby and brothers Wyatt and Bethel Rucker, set out to help make the Everett Marina what it is today, the largest marina on the West Coast. So Hewitt and Colby decided to enlarge the spit. I'll leave out all the boring financial woes and I'll just cut to the chase. In the late 1890s, they began to dredge the harbor and added about 8,000 square feet of land to the breaker. At first, the new piece of land was connected to Smith Island. But this proved to be a problem, as now all the silt from the Snohomish River was filtering directly into the Everett Harbor and needed to be dredged often. After years of trial and error, a permanent gap was opened in 1915 on the north end of the jetty. And by the late 1940s, it was common practice to sink barges at the north end of the island to provide more breakwater for the harbor. And it wasn't until the early 1970s that the island was officially named Jetty Island. Since 1985, the city of Everett has provided a free ferry ride from the public boat launch area on the Everett side over to the island. But today you have to make reservations and pay $3 to ride over. The island is open year-round to personal watercraft owners, and during the summer, they vary 5 days a week. There is limited dock space, so a lot of people come over on kayak and paddleboards. And be prepared on windy days. There is a section of beach dedicated to kiteboarding. It is a great entertainment to see. Also, on the east side, there are weekly sailboat races that start and end in Port Gardner. When you go to Jetty Island, there is a public bathroom. Back in my day, that public bathroom was 2 porta potties that were located on docks that once someone was sitting and going to the potty, you could sway those docks. So today they're much more sturdy and they've been upgraded. Also, there are no food or drinks for sale on the island, so you've got to bring your own stuff. You can stay there for the whole day, for a few hours, and you got to make sure you pack out what you bring in. And then ever so often, there are groups that go over to the island and do island cleanups. So if you're in the area and you have the ability to come check out Jetty Island, there's 2 miles of beaches, and when the tide goes out, the beachcombing is amazing. And when the tide is in, since the west side is so shallow, you can wade out pretty far with no more than a few feet of water beneath you. watching. We hope to see you someday at Jetty Island. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode when we do anchor maintenance. And we have our first anchorage in Port Susan. Thanks for watching Chasing Paradigms.
My heart's aching, your light as you raise. Sailing across the ocean, love sailing across the sea. Think of handsome Molly, wherever she may be. Sailing across the ocean, love sailing across the sea.